Hey everyone, my name's Sean. I'm a conversion rate expert here at the Commerce Shop, and I'm joined by Satish, the one of the co-founders.
Hi everyone. Uh, it's great to meet you guys again. Thanks for joining in.
Yes, welcome back. For today's webinar, we ask that you stay on mute. If you do have any questions, if you see there is a chat button at the bottom, hit that. You can type your messages. We'll be checking that regularly throughout the webinar today and answering the questions as they come up. Again, we remind you that this is being recorded and the recording will be sent out at the end of the webinar.
So I just want to get an yes if we are audible because we don't want to talk in vacuum. So if you guys are not hearing, that's fine. If you are hearing us, just type yes so that we know you guys are listening to us.
Okay,
All right, sounds good. We say one yes.
thank you. And then if you do, like, don't hesitate to use those reactions. If you see something you like that surprises you, use a surprise face, make a joke that you appreciate. Feel free to laugh, or something that really hits home. Feel free to give us a heart or a clap. So use those reactions. Let us know you're still with us.
All
Okay.
right.
So today we're going to be looking at artificial intelligence and answer engine optimization, how manufacturers are winning the digital buyer journey. Okay, and things that we're going to look at this webinar and why it matters is because, as you know, AI is changing everything. The manufacturing buyer journey is being changed forever. Buyers, they don't want to search, they want the answers fast. So traditional catalogs, they're overwhelming to them. It's too many part numbers, specs, and too many PDFs to sift through. Buyers now, they're more self-sufficient than ever. They expect instant, accurate responses to questions they've never asked before. And manufacturers need to evolve. Relying on legacy knowledge and manual processes will only slow you down. 82% of business-to-business buyers start with the query, not a product number. We can say, like Satish and I, we do lots of audits for manufacturers within this space. And we've seen some people that say, hey, our old system works for us. We like people calling in, emailing us, faxing us their orders. But you have to realize if your industry is not evolving while the technology evolves, you're going to get left behind. So, what we're going to talk about in this webinar is why shifting over to AI is going to help you and keep you ahead in the e commerce space, especially for manufacturers. Okay, so in the new B2B buyer journey, AI is redefining the industry buying process. Like I said before, clients, they used to use like manuals, PDFs to sort through. They'd have sales reps they'd have to call, email, fax over their orders to, check questions with. It's very time consuming. And we're thinking, how can people leverage technology and make the journey faster? And, there is a lot of information when you're dealing with manufacturing. There's endless filters, thousands of SKUs, very similar products that could be confusing to someone who's new in the journey. So, it's overwhelming. You're scrolling through part numbers, specs, technical PDFs, trying to find that right piece of information. You're downloading PDFs, sorting through them, checking with reps to confirm clarity. Because I know me, myself, as a buyer, if I have any questions about a product, I don't want to purchase it until I know it's going to be the right fit for me. So if I'm not sure from the website, I'm reaching out to confirm that information, either through like an AI chatbot, directly with a sales rep, or I'm calling the company itself to contact another human to discuss what's happening and to make sure it's the right part. So the orders, they're only after multiple back and forth steps. It's very time consuming. So with the new journey with AI power, you can ask your questions in plain language, like what valve works for 600 psi steam, get the answer in less than a second. It's going to validate specs instantly with conversion box. We'll discuss that throughout this webinar. It'll compare alternatives and compatible models with one click. And then the buyer requests quote confidently, so there's no hesitation and no confusion. Okay, what you're going to learn today, you're going to focus on a three-part framework. So how do you leverage the AI to win digital buyer journey in manufacturing? So those three steps, it's going to be you want smarter product discovery with AI search, instant AI-powered assistance with conversion box, and answer engine optimization, AEO, making your content discoverable. And we're going to dive into each one of those throughout this presentation. Okay, so in part one, we're going to talk about the AI search and the product discovery. So I'd say why is product discovery in manufacturing is broken? Like I said in the past, it's very manual. There's lots of errors, a lot of technical complexity, overwhelming catalogs, similar parts, lots of confusion. And this can lead buyers to getting frustrated and walking away from their sales if they can't get what they need in a timely manner in a clear fashion. So AI is going to remove those barriers and make it a smoother transition from the search to the checkout. Okay, but there is some data challenges in manufacturing. And why do they people struggle with this? And how do we fix it? It's like we said, specs can vary across product families. You have your legacy systems, which can store inconsistent data. So, data is the most important piece when you're dealing with AI. You want to make sure you have clean data, it's clear, it's well formatted, and it's correct. Distributors, they often have better data than the manufacturers. They're the experts. They're the ones who are selling it, talking with the clients. And then buyers, sometimes they struggle to identify the right SKU. So AI can help remove those barriers. So it's going to normalize technical data, put everything in one consistent format, make sure everything is processed properly, loaded properly, and then it can sort, filter, do what it needs to do throughout that. And then it can take those PDFs and those manuals and extract the specifications. So you can have AI read through these documents, pull out and categorize the appropriate information, and then spit that back if there is a question that pertains to any of the information. And it can automatically structure the attributes. So again, AI is really going to help you clean up that data and put it in a usable fashion for you and for your potential clients. Okay. So how do buyers struggle with AI powered search? Well, without AI, buyers struggle through overwhelming catalogs, leading to frustration, errors, and abandoned searches, and lots of time being consumed. So, for example, there's a scenario where the buyer needs a specific valve for a 600 psi steam line. They enter the part number and they try searching manually. The catalog's overwhelming. There's no quick way to narrow results. They have to follow through, click through each part, click through the specifications, double check and make sure it's going to have everything that they need for that 600 psi steam line. Because if one little thing is off, that part's not what they need, and it's going to end up being returned. So as a result, the buyers are spending minutes or longer scrolling through the pages. There's no instant filtering for compatible specs. So, like I said, they have to dig out those specs themselves and double check it. It's frustrating. It's time consuming. They'll walk away. And at times, they might order the wrong part. So, like I said, it can be an error in the product selection, missed opportunities for upselling. We haven't talked upon that yet. You can do a bundling where they say, hey, we noticed people that are buying this part also buy this part. Is that something that you need? So, you always want to get a chance to upsell when it's appropriate. And as I said, if they purchase the wrong part, they're going to have to return it. And I know I've covered a couple slides. I just want to make sure I'm clear. Does anyone have any questions or need any clarity on anything that's covered so far? If
Yeah,
you can give me a thumbs up.
I don't see any questions. Seems like you're super easy to understand, Sean.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay, so why is AI search a game changer? It's instant answers, zero frustration, and minimal errors. So the AI search transforms products discovery by delivering instant, accurate results with no frustration or guesswork. So imagine the possibilities. So you type in valve for 600 psi steam line, the AI understands exactly what you need instantly, so you're not shifting through endless pages or part numbers. How it works is you can use your natural language processor for human-like searches. So visual search to find parts from images, CAD files, or specs, and you can instantly filter by category, compatibility, dimensions, certifications, and regions. So as a result, you're going to see instant product matching, no more guessing, custom recommendations based on application needs, not just part numbers, and empower buyers to find what they need with confidence. One great example Satish gave recently to one of our clients we were talking to, a potential client, they make in-home like gas burning stoves. And just a natural language question that came up was like, hey, is this stove good for a 10 foot by 10-foot room? And then the answer came back, no, sorry, you need more space. So you can see if the products are going to work for the client, use it in a natural language, and get answers instantaneously. Okay, we can go to the next one. And then also, AI powered checkout is optimization for manufacturers. So AI can eliminate friction in the most critical stage, the checkout. So checkout tends to be a bottleneck for B2B buyers. As I mentioned in the beginning, if people aren't using AI, they might feel more, how can I say, pressured to call or to reach out to a sales rep or someone within the company before they check out, just to make sure they've selected the correct product, it's going to match their specifications and their needs. So with the AI bottleneck, so removing that, it can handle complex orders. So you're not slowing down the buyer process. Buyers are getting the instant validation that they need. And then there's no friction looking for the manual RFQs. So AI is improving the manufacturing checkout experience. So it has a smart pre-configured checkout so they can get instant pricing and lead time intelligence, AI assisted RFQ checkout, predictive shipping and freight optimization, and intelligent error prevention. So, what's the measured impact of this? So, you see a drop in incomplete RFQs, fewer cart abandonments, faster buying decisions, cleaner, more accurate orders, and reduced pre sale support load. Okay, and then the impact and ROI. So, the measurable impact of AI product discovery. So AI-driven product discovery accelerates search, reduces errors, and converts more buyers with less effort. So 50 to 7%, 70% faster product searches. Buyers are instantly finding the right part, reducing the time spent navigating complex catalogs. There's fewer errors and returns, as mentioned previously. Higher buyer confidence, reduced dependence on legacy knowledge, and more completed purchases. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Satish, and he's going to take over going forward.
All right, sounds good, Sean. Thank you for your time. I just want to ask if you guys have any questions. Please feel to ask on the chat. So let me jump onto the part two. Do you guys see my screen? Okay. So the role of an AI shopping assistant. So if you look at it right now, the AI search is what is pretty useful in shopping the product discovery. So in many ways, it is also the search is now becoming like an AI assistant. So it is again a way to help customers to find the product. Not only finding, it is also assisting them in the after sale, like customer support or how to unbox it, how to fix the problem. So in many cases, it is useful. So these assistants are from search to support. It is acting right now. So in many cases, like customers are asking questions like after they search, after they buy, like even with what tools to fix, or all these questions they're asking uh, the assistant tool. So there is always a gap when you take from buying to fulfilling those things. There is always a lot of questions to customers, specifically the wholesale buyers or wholesale customers. So they would be looking for these kind of solution. So if you don't have these kind of AI assistants, there'll be a lot of questions to your support team and sales team. Hey, how to use this one? Can I get a returns for these? All these things. So this tool, AI assistant tool, can save a lot of support time and your sales team's time. So the traditional support problems, if you look at it, like the support team is always overwhelmed with customer questions, like repeat questions, like what is the right spec, is it compatible or is it something fixable, all these things, they always have a question, and your support team will be very limited and they will have a slower response time, and sometimes they need to connect with the senior engineers to get an understanding whether they can answer those questions. So it is always creating a bottleneck, and the people will ask questions across many client channels like phone, email, through portals, all these things. So it is a very time consuming process, and again it is a very critical part because your customers interact your site on these areas. So AI assistants can answer these questions pretty instantly, pretty much like your PDF file, the website content, catalog, everything it can index, and it can create an intelligence about your products, and it can, you guys know the deep research LLMs are pretty much out there in the market, uh, and we can easily answer these kind of complex questions with the intelligence we gained from these documents, and it can process natural language, as Sean was telling you earlier. Like, we even ask a question whether this it is one of a client called pizza ovens, where the size of the product is 30 cross 30 inch. So we asked a question whether it will fit in a 10 cross 10-inch room. It can understand the complex question, and based on the information, it can respond. Even it can store a memory about you, about your customers, so that when they come back, based on the orders they bought and whatever items they recommend, they are using, it can recommend or respond based on that. And it can be multilingual, and it can be useful for internal enablement, and even for whenever the products getting stuck or not effective, these tools can be very useful. And one of the homegrown, our company's homegrown AI shopping assistant is Conversion Box. We are implementing it for many of our clients, specifically for manufacturers. It acts as an both as a discovery engine, like finding the right products, or to respond to your customer questions instantly on the product page, on the support page, even to know about the order status, or if they even want an RFQ, it can answer those questions pretty easily. So it is an AI assistant that can significantly reduce at least 20 to 30% of your support team time. It can be more than that, but minimum it can save 20 to 30% of your customer support time. And the most importantly, the decision making can be more easier for customers. And AI now, these assistants can be not only on the website, it can be on your dealer portals for manufacturers. Like, people specifically in dealer portals, people, distributors can't find the right SKUs. They're looking for any PDF files or technical documents, or if they are any support questions, there will be always an inconsistency when they are trying to ask it through dealer portal. If there is a tool like this that can self-serve these customers, like auto responses with the real-time pricing, and with general RFQ responses, all these things, if this AI assistant can answer, that can easily improve your overall conversions from these portals, and also better experience to your customers. So you can easily measure how dealers are using these things. It also supercharges your partner portal, like people, specifically the partners, can be your approved vendors or somebody. They generally would be have a tough time in finding the right products, and if they are the installations to the customers, again that will be a very difficulty one. So all these kind of support and product related questions, the system can answer very effectively. And again, this would make a better partner experience. Implementations could be much easier, and these partners will retain with you for a longer time. Even the warranty claims, this is again a big thing for manufacturers. So you can sell the products through many channels like direct channels or partners or distributors. You can sell those products, but generally you need to process the warranty claims. Your actual users would be coming to your site, so it has to be much easier for them, and it should be instant for them. So this warranty claim AI assistant can also be pretty effective. They can sign in, they can log the complaint and get an instant response. If there is kind of they can self fix the issues, the system can respond to them. Otherwise it can process the request, work with the team, and it can respond to them. So significantly the warranty claims is the can be easily automated, and if it is done effectively, there will be a lot of loyal engagement, loyal customers base would be created for your business. So the impact and ROI of AI assistance is, if you look around, there will be a 60 to 80% of tickets that are repeated or can be easily reduced. There will be faster response, easy for customers to make a decision, and easy to resolve a problem, because the human effort needed to resolve any issue would be very limited. It will be first call resolution for many cases, and it is available 24/7. It can be improved based on the response. These AI assistants generally will not work best in the first month, but if you optimize it, it can be improving their efficiencies. All right. With that, I want to stop for any questions. Do you guys have any questions? There is a question. We are building a new website on WordPress. Is there AI plugin for shopping cart? I know it deals with search bar and there is paid tools. Yes, there are many search tools, these AI tools out there. One of the tools that we recommend is Conversion Box. Conversion Box is one. Sorry. Okay. One of the thing we recommend is Conversion Box, which you can try it out and see how it works. Again, we provide a 30 days trial or implement a free trial on your development side to see how things are, and then you can make a decision. There's the following follow-up questions. Conversion Box is the main search function. No, it is an AI shopping assistant and search. So it can act like an Rufus that sits on Amazon. It can be on the product page. It acts as an AI chat assistant, or it can also optimize your search results. So it is an three-in-one kind of solution. Questions? Any other questions? All right. So the other important aspect for manufacturers is going direct. So with today's economy, manufacturers have to have multiple channels, and one of the channel is going direct D2C. Again, you don't need to compete with your with your partners and dealers and distributors, but at least you can sell a product at the same price as how they are selling it, whatever your agreed price are, so that you don't really compete, but at least customers, you get an idea about your customers, what is the real feedback. Otherwise, you don't get the feedback. You generally need to connect with your distributors and everyone. Here you can connect with the customer, get feedback and improve them. So, and also people are looking for any questions about your products and everything through ChatGPT and Google. They like to know about our research about products through these tools, rather than connecting to one of your dealers and distributors. So buyer expect more responses from these tools. So they talk about their pain points, and these tools like ChatGPT Perplexity gives responses, they try to trust that. So the expectation of these customers have changed, and you need to be available on those places. And why it matters, AEO matters in manufacturing is, uh, like if you are looking for any selling any parts, or if you're selling to any trucks, some lift gates, something like that, there are a lot of specs around it. There are a lot of certifications and compliance around that. People wanted to research about these things on the ChatGPT and everything, and they don't want to spend a lot of time in reading your PDF. They want instant responses and better understanding about your products. So they look out to these tools, and you have to be available and providing information to these tools in an effective way. That is, the entire search behavior is changed completely now. So AEO is again again the full form is answer engine optimization. So the goal is to make your AI, the sites, your website to be fed to these tools in a more effective way. Previously we used to do this to as a called a SEO to Google search. Now we have to do this as an answer engine optimization, and your contents are more discoverable to these tools like Google, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Bing, Alexa, and all these platforms. And uh, and since you are the owner of the product that you're manufacturing, you have a better authority, and these sites trust your responses, trust about what you're saying. So you can easily make auto response to many of the questions about your product. So how, if you look around AEO, how to do AEO, it's pretty simple. There are only 3 steps. One is you need to create more question-based contents on all of your product pages and on the common pages, like how your questions would arise from your customers. Try to create those kind of question and answers and publish that on your website. And all you have to do is share these kind of questions in a structured data format or schema markups to these tools. So again, that plays a significant role. So because these tools read the structured data properly and index and those things precisely, and the content should be more relevant, like more conversational to these tools. So basically, if you do all these things, since you are a manufacturer of the product, your page authority would be already pretty great. So the responses that you provide will be the one that will be served by these tools. So how can manufacturers implement AEO today? Just create what are the biggest products you have, create the FAQs and add them in the site, and optimize it for all these AI assistant voices, AI assisted queries. All these things you can create. And also you have to optimize these contents. So whenever the responses were not so great in these tools, you need to edit your content so that it is optimized for a better response to your customers. So AI is now critical for D2C business in manufacturing. So as you're going to be in D2C, you need to be discovered by these tools. That is not anymore an option. You have to be found in these ChatGPT and other tools. And AU is working fine. You can easily see your response, how it is responding with your products. So it is working. All you have to do is make sure that your content is visible to this tool. So you need to create product-based contents, question-based contents. All these answers should be shared as unstructured data. So it is a new way of doing marketing now. Again, our company is specialized in this, and Commerce Shop is very specialized in this. And we started pushing these kind of AEO to many of our customers. So AEO, how AEO impacts revenue? Definitely AEO is not like SEO, where the Google search engine sends traffic to your website and you get benefited. That's not going to be the case anymore. There is always going to be no click searches are happening in these tools, but your brand gets a visibility and many qualified buyers would be seeing a response. So basically, it is more of a brand building. Make your customers more educated how they can use your product, and it also reduces the buyer friction. If you look at it, people who are getting educated by these AI chat solutions like ChatGPT and other things have a 30 to 40% more tendency to buy from you rather than not using those platforms. So it is a significant time to make these changes now. So yeah. So with that, I'll just put a master framework of all these things. So our combined AI strategy for manufacturers to create a AI-based search solution that will make your site's product discovery, your even on the any portals that you're talking about, sorry, partner portal or dealer portal, make use of AI search and have an AI assistant on your website, on your partner portals, or even on your dealer portals warranty. All these things it can handle it. AI assistants. AEO is more like make your site's content more visible to these um, new LLM based tools like GPTs, so that you will be discoverable by these tools. So if you combine all these three systems that we are talking about, it will improve, reduce the search friction, improve your site's visibility across all these AI search engines, and it will eliminate the fear of buyers, and it will improve more revenue or more RFQs. So we see that it is very effective for manufacturers. They should see at least a 10 to 15% in the boost from the overall conversion or overall revenue. If you look around, at least 10 to 15% jump you can see on your site. Any questions? Let me see. See any question? All right. With that, I just want to give an idea about the numbers behind how AI is being adopted across the sites and what kind of impacts it is seen for many of the manufacturers. So the time to product launch is around 3 to 7 minutes, and that is how people were searching the products. But if you look around now, it is uh, less than 10 seconds they can see those products. And similarly, the buyer's error, it used to be very high earlier. Now it has been reduced with these tools because they are very confident about what they are buying from your site. So the buyer's errors are reduced now. Even the conversions were very unpredictable. It depends upon the salesperson and everything. Now the system has been created, and you can see a 10 to 40% jump on the conversion rates. Support time will be reduced now by 20 to 40%. It used to be very high earlier. All right. Any questions? Appreciate the information. Yeah, thanks for that. So let me show you a classic example. One of the question is, do you have an example that we have seen success? Yes, I have a client. I'll talk about that. So from friction before and after is again the same thing. If you look around, the frictions has been reduced. People having a big catalog, there will be a lot of confusions with these. AI search and AI assistants can create precise responses, and you can see more frictions being, and for requests for RFQs or better visibility, all these things would be possible. One of the success story we see is Max on lift gates, where they have a lot of parts. They supply lift gates for customers. They have a lot of parts and for trucks. So and most of the parts sits in the PDF files in the legacy ERP structure, and finding those products is a very difficult process, and it takes slower slowness in deciding what products to find. Once we implemented this AI-powered instant search and assistant, they can easily figure out what is the right product for them and what is the right solution, or what are the, if the model is outdated, what is the alternate solution. All these things they can find in less than 10 seconds. Ticket volume is reduced, the conversion has improved. So max on lift gates, people would have seen that in back of many of the trucks. So that is one of the success story we have seen. Again, we also have worked with another industrial pump manufacturer. A similar kind of thing, one which we across the board we are talking about. Um, if a customer wants to buy a pump at this pressure, how they can find it, all these things. By implementing an AI assistant solutions, it was much easier. It can even read your train manuals, CAT files, and recommend them the right products. So, and that's an again a confidential company, so we cannot talk about that. But they have seen a significant jump on the reduction in the support tickets and improvement on the customer happiness score. And there is another missionary part distributors also have seen a success rate. Um, people who have People who have a large catalog, these tools can easily provide a significant value to them. So if you are looking to do an AI implementation on your sites, you just need an audit to your site. Basically, there is a 30-day AI roadmap we create for each of our clients. We identify what kind of 25 best questions your customers would ask, what are the friction points, and we can assist in implementing the AI assistants, and see how you are getting visible in these tools. All these things we can do. So people who are attended this webinar, you will be getting an free AI audit. So let me share the link with you guys. So if you're interested, please take advantage of this AI assistant audit. You can sign up to this page. We would definitely give you a free AI audit, how you can see an improvement on your existing process or discovery of product discovery. All these things we can give an report. And you can also try a 30-day trial for if you try with conversion box. Any other questions? All right, sounds good. There's a question we got. We are making new catalogs for the website. Is there any strategy we can implement them AI crawlable? They are downloads, not sure how it can be implemented. That's what I was saying earlier. Or there's this AEO can make the sites more crawlable, even the PDF files. Um, those things we can use AI, create FAQs, and share it to these tools as a structured data. By default, those files would not be read by these AI tools. So we can do that for you guys. And Comma Shop does the answer engine optimization services. They can do it. We can do it. And there is not any default plugin that makes PDF files indexable. You have to do it a slight adjustment to make it discoverable by these tools. Right now, I don't see any tools available. Maybe that is something we will ask our team to work in the future. But currently, I don't see any WordPress plugin available. But Conversion Box can help in doing to an extent these things. Any other questions? Right. All right. thanks for you guys. Thanks for your time. Um, I hope we will see you guys in another webinar. Sean, do you want to add anything to this?
No, I think you covered everything. Just make sure to sign up for the audit if you are interested. And don't forget the link for that is in the chat. And we look forward to
Yeah,
meeting with
again,
you.
one more time, I'm sharing it. Yeah.
Perfect.
So you will get this recorded webinar and the link in a couple of days, and we'll talk to you guys in another webinar. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.